Hi, troopers. NARC Troopers, which stands for Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Collaborators. We are recovering, yes, from relationships with people with personality disorders, cluster B to be specific, narcissist, psychopaths, and people with antisocial, formerly known as sociopathy. And it could be combinations of these different disorders. And the message that I bring to you today is about how we fixate. We have analysis paralysis, and we think a lot about this departed narcissist. Let's call them a narcopath in case they're a pathological psychopathic narcissist, which are just, probably the worst ones that exist because they're sadists, and they have all of the qualities of a psychopath and a narcissist. They have that grandiosity and fantastical world. So if you can imagine sort of hybrid melding of those two things, oh wow, kind of a scary thing. So let's say that you have been tangled up with such a person. And, there's a period of time when you're probably going to want to learn everything that you can about this disorder. You're going to want to understand what made them that way, what they're capable of feeling and not feeling, what the cycles of abuse are, how to recognize them, and get tips and tools and stuff for recovery as well. Well, the thing is, it takes different people a different amount of time to get all that information, process it, marinate in it, internalize it, and accept it, because it's a lot, and there's so much out there, and about half of it is hogwash. Yes, I said hogwash because, it's in Texas, that just means like, oh my gosh, it's nonsense, ill-founded, misinterpreted, and just ignorant. And so you can't believe everything you read, see, or hear. You have to dig a little deeper. One of my most trusted authorities is Dr. Sam Vaknin. I recommend him wholeheartedly that you explore his work and maybe listen to one of his lectures, which are kind of, tend to be a little bit more on the academic side, but they're so full of really valuable information, and I'm pretty sure he's right with all of the research that he does and all of that, probably just like most of the time, all the time maybe, so he wrote the book Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited, and I recommend that too. Anyway, I don't get anything for recommending him. I'm just telling you, for me, he was my quintessential mentor, sort of, with the daily lectures, and I've just learned so much from him, so I trust what he has to say. When you get to the point where you could have earned a degree in narcissism, if there were such a thing, and you know everything, you become an expert, then it's time to move on and focus on you. And that's super important, because that's where the key to your freedom from this hellish experience lies, is by turning inward. You're never going to get closure from them, any kind of decent treatment from them, anything that even makes sense, because it's all irrational and fantastical and confabulated, and it's just false. So the only way you're going to ever achieve peace and well-being and healing from this is to provide it for yourself, learn to self-validate, get your own closure, and really go in there and do the work to figure out how to sit with yourself and be alone without being lonely, and to be your best friend, and to self-advocate and trust your gut and go with your intuition and move forward, and don't look behind you in that rearview mirror back there, because there's nothing back there. He's gone. She's gone. Evaporated. Poof, it was a mirage. It was like a nightmare. It's over. So let's troop on, troopers, and check out my work at narctroopers.com. Much love. Bye-bye.